guys, it's Will here from W.T.F Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2021 Buick Envision.
Okay guys, so today's review wouldn't be possible without Central Buick and GMC here in Winter Haven, Florida. These guys treated me extremely kindly and they have a very impressive inventory. So if you're in the Florida area looking for a new car, I would definitely check these guys out.
So for those of you guys who don't know, Buick released this Envision model for the 2021 model year. It sits between the Encore and the Enclave. So it's their mid-tier SUV. This is also the Essence trim. So it sits between the Preferred trim, which is the base model of the Envision, and also the Avenir trim, which is the top of the line, uber luxurious version of this Avenir. But anyway, this is the mid trim. The starting price is going to be around $36,000. So you're going to get a lot of value for your money with this vehicle. So you're not going to have all the bells and whistles, but the features that you do have are basically all you would need. So this is probably the trim that I would recommend people going with, unless they really want all the bells and whistles, or if they really want a base model. But this should be the most popular model. So we're going to take a look at it and see what it offers. But anyway, let's finish this little brief walk around up. Come up here to the front and check out these headlights, which are LEDs, and you do get a very nice running strip over here for your daytime running lights. But as you go inside, you can clearly see LED headlights. But you come down over here, you don't get fog lights, but this is a nice little black panel. It's not functional, there aren't any vents in here, but it's an overall pretty good look. You continue coming down, nice little design for the splitter. It's definitely not consistent with this just flat black. It's a nice color change. And you continue coming over here, you have a nice little grill over here with spokes in front of your intercooler, and it is an intercooler because this is the all-new 2-liter 4-cylinder Ecotec engine, and this engine is pretty powerful. So it makes about 228 horsepower and over 250 pound-feet of torque, so it's very potent. It's gonna be interesting to see how this vehicle can drive. But as we go inside, you can see your intercooler, but I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but you do have a brace over there in front of your intercooler, so it should help this vehicle's handling all around. But continue coming up, you got just regular plain Jane hood. You do have a little bit of raisings over here that you can help direct your vehicle with, but overall pretty plain hood. You continue to come down. I don't know if you can pick it up through the camera, but you don't have a metallic paint. This is just a flat white refrigerator white paint, but it does look very good, so not a bad paint all around. But anyway, let's continue coming along the side over here where you're going to check out these wheels. So pretty nice setup. These are 18-inch rims. You got black on the inside, gunmetal gray with silver on the outside. Pretty good design with the multiple piston front brake caliper. But check out these tires. So these are 235/60 R18 Continental Pro Contact tires. So pretty good all-season tires. Pretty thick compound too, so it should be a pretty soft ride quality in this vehicle. But like I said, we'll see that when we take this car out for a little drive. But continue coming alongside over here. So you have a very large mirror with blind spot monitoring, of course. So nice touch. You have smart access also for your front and rear doors. Nice touch, so they gave you that. But overall, let's just check out this side profile real quick. And so if you guys can notice, you do have a tinted rear window, and you also have a tinted rear hatch window. But since these tints are pretty dark, you're not going to see this window sticker at all. But we're going to try to just cover some important things that this vehicle offers really quick. So with this trim, of course, you get the 18-inch rims. You get 10-inch HD touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, with Android Auto. Great features to have. You got all the safety tech you could ever need. You got the active Buick quietening with active noise cancellation. That's interesting, so we'll see how that is once we go inside. It should be a pretty quiet interior. But anyway, you continue. Of course, you have your 7-speaker advanced audio system, not your base audio system, hands-free, power tailgate. That's a good feature to have. Of course, LED headlamps, manual folding adjustable mirrors, which are heated, by the way. That's a nice feature. You got the Buick driver convenience package with all your safety features like lane departure warning, lane keep assist, front pedestrian braking, so on and so forth. As you can see, the safety features go on for quite a while. But overall, the base MSRP on this car is going to be about $36,000. Not a bad price. Fully equipped with destination, you're going to be looking at about $37,000. So let's see what you get for that money. So far, I'm pretty impressed with the overall bang for your buck. But that's about it for the exterior on this car, guys. Let's start her up and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, so that was, of course, the sound of the 2-liter Ecotec 4-cylinder engine offered by General Motors. So let's take a look at this motor and see what we got as soon as we find this latch. But okay, so you do have struts. Nice touch, they gave you that. As we mentioned, you do have support braces over here in front of your intercooler, but you don't have supports over here in front of your strut tower. Not really expected for a vehicle in this segment. The overall chassis is pretty stiff. You got nice chassis design overall, so not much to complain about. There you got your motor. This is your EcoTech 4-cylinder engine. This motor makes 228 horsepower and over 250 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to get this vehicle to 60 in under 7 seconds, so we'll see how that is once we take it out for a drive. But coming along over here, interesting design for an American manufacturer. So we got the battery over here on the driver's side. I always give manufacturers I always cut manufacturers some slack when they're from the Japanese market or any market that drives on the other side for their domestic vehicles. But this is an American vehicle. There's absolutely no reason for a battery to be on the driver's side, but really not a big deal. Most people that buy this vehicle probably will not even notice that that's the case. So we won't even talk about that too much. But anyway, take one step back. Great design, and I love those daytime running lights. You can clearly see them nice while the car is on. But, so let's step inside this Buick Envision Essence and take a look at these materials. So immediately you see that you have very soft padded plastic material for the upper part of your dash where your elbow will often rest. Coming down, it looks like carbon fiber trim. Very nice design. I'm definitely impressed with the styling elements in this vehicle with a great aluminum door handle. Now this feels extremely high quality. So a lot of vehicles have aluminum door handles, of course, but I really don't feel much that are this high quality. A lot of weight, so it definitely needs some effort to pull. Just feels like a very high quality door handle. But coming down, you got leather wrapped, leather stitch trim down here, very soft, very high quality. Same with this armrest, very soft, very nice leather. And the leather continues for the bottom part of this armrest, so you don't just get leather up top, you get leather for the entire section for your panel, for your door panel. You come down over here, now you're gonna start getting some harder plastics, but you got decent storage capabilities over here. You can adjust how high your tailgate goes, so you can keep it in its max setting. You can make it so that it only goes 3/4 of the way up for some reason, and you can just turn off your automatic tailgate if you would like, if you like to do that for some reason. But come up top, you do have memory seats for 2 people. You got automatic one-touch windows for the front, 4-way adjustable mirrors, of course, with automatic windows for the back. But overall, great door panel. Definitely impressed with this design. Let's step inside and see what we got offered in here. So first thing you notice is the steering wheel. So it's a great design, very thick inlets for your 9 and 3. However, it's not a great position for your hands in the 9 to 3 position. The steering wheel is pretty thick over here. You can't really wrap your fingers behind it, but not a big deal. Most people don't even drive 9 to 3 anyway, and the 10 and 2 position is absolutely perfect. So nothing to complain about with the steering overall. The notches are very nice. The leather is very soft in the steering wheel, and it's not the thickest steering wheel, but it is pretty thick. It's gonna be thicker than a lot of vehicles in this segment. You're not gonna be driving a race car steering wheel, of course. It's not what you expect, but overall, very good steering wheel. And you do have a little spoke over here in the middle that you can put your fingers in when you drive with your elbow on here on the armrest. So good steering wheel, great design, good position too. Of course, you got all your tech. You got your cruise control settings. You got your front collision assist. You got your heated steering wheel. That's a great feature. You got your voice controls. You got your infotainment controls. So let's check out this little front infotainment system. Let's turn this air down in case the audio is affected. But so over here, you can clearly see you got your digital speedometer up top with your advanced safety features, your driver assist settings over here for when you're driving. You can continue coming down. You got your battery voltage, very nice. They offer you that. You got your blank page. You got info page options. We're not going to go through any of the options because this is not my vehicle. Whoever buys this vehicle can adjust the settings to their liking. But you got your trip settings, you got your oil life, you got your tire pressure settings, air filter life too. That's pretty cool. But we're going to leave in the driver assistance page with the digital speedometer. So also, as you can see up top over here, you got your lane departure warning up there that you can also disable. But you can come down over here. So check it out. You don't have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Not really expected for a mid-trim car, but it does tilt and telescope nevertheless. You got your automatic headlights. That's a great feature. You can turn them off if you want. You can keep them on the low beam setting, or you can keep them on the high beam setting. Over here, you got your 10-inch infotainment display too. So you can press OK, press continue. And here's your setup. This is your GM display. You got your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. With more apps, you got Wi-Fi hotspot as well, which allows you to have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So great features. Continue over here. You can adjust your air quality. You can adjust your OnStar settings, your climate settings, and you have your My Buick settings over here. But anyway, we're just going to keep it in its main setting. We're not going to go through it too much. That carbon fiber trim continues next to your infotainment display. And up top, you have, it looks like stitched leather, but it's just stitching inside a very soft plastic. So very high quality material. I'm very impressed with this dashboard. You're not going to hear any rattles later in this vehicle's life with this high quality dashboard. So very impressed. However, towards the back, wow, I was not expecting the frame of this vehicle's dashboard to be soft touch. So Guys, they're not cheapening out with this car at all. They're giving you the highest quality materials they can. This isn't even their top of the line trim, so it'll be super interesting to see how the Avenir is. But for this vehicle, for its price tag, very good luxury amenities. But come down over here, you got your climate settings over here. You have auto climate, of course. You come down, you got your power outlet where you can throw your radar detector in. You got your USB port with USB-C. You got your automatic start stop, which you can disable. Nice that they allow you to do that. You got a couple blank switches over here, and here you can have your lane departure settings. So you can turn it off if you want. You can turn off trash control, and you can turn off your parking sensors. Anyway, but continue over here. You don't have a traditional shifter. You got to just push for park, pull up for reverse, push for neutral, pull up for drive, and then push for your manual mode. Beneath it, you got your electronic parking brake, and you got your drive mode select. So your drive modes are sport, you got snow and ice, and tour. So we'll keep it in tour for now. We may try out sport later on, but we'll leave it in tour for now. So over here, you got nice cup holders. They are rubberized, pretty large cup holders, and piano black trim on the outside. So piano black trim, it looks really, really good, but it does smudge. The fingerprints definitely hurt the piano black trim, but the look, absolutely excellent. So you push this, that closes, and the piano black continues. Pretty nice looking materials. It's just they do get dirty very easily, so keep your cleaning supplies in hand. So this armrest, so very nice design, super soft stitched leather, very soft. You press it, it opens on both sides, and then you go inside, and it's pretty deep. It's not the largest armrest, but you should be able to fit at least a 6-pack of sodas if you need to. But you close this thing right up. We didn't go over the seats yet, so let's just move this camera mount out of the way. But these seats, very beautiful design. You got perforated leather in the middle. You got pretty supportive seats over here. So when I sat in this car, I was very impressed with these seats. These leather seats are super soft while still being very supportive. So some of the best seats that I've sat in, and especially considering this vehicle's price point, very high quality materials. But anyway, I didn't mention this either. So you have some stitched hard plastic over here as well. Very hard, very nice materials over here. It's not leather, but it looks like it's leather. It's consistent with the seats, and it's not a hard plastic. So it does have some give to it. So overall, very impressive materials. But let's check out this glove box. It is damped. It's not lined with felt. Wasn't really expecting it to be, but it's a large size. Very impressive all around. But that's about it for the first row on this 2021 Buick Envision Essence. Let's hop out in the back and see how much space we got back there. All right, so stepping in the back seat on this 2021 Buick Envision. So like I said, this is a smart access door. It's nice touch, they gave you that. But you step inside over here. So the soft touch materials do continue over here from the front seat. Nice that they offered you that. Continuing down, you do have a nice little carbon fiber plastic trim beneath it. Great look. It does continue from the front seats as well. Beneath that, more continuation from the front. Basically everything continues from the front, so very impressive. So the leather trim continues, it's stitched. You got the leather trim over here for your armrest with leather over here for where your leg will often hit. So super impressive quality. One thing over here is that you're not gonna have any additional storage. Your hand's just gonna fit right through. It's more of just a grab handle. But down here, you're gonna have additional storage, so not a big deal. So these seats, you're not gonna have padding going all the way to the door panel. Not a big deal, of course. The seats themselves are very comfortable, very supportive too over here. So very impressive. Let's check out this legroom. So I'm sitting behind my seat settings, and remember guys, I'm 6 feet tall. And so I have plenty of space. My knees are not even close to touching. I got at least like 4 or 5 inches of additional space. I can lean back and barely have my butt still on the seat, and I still have room for my legs. So can't complain about space at all. Very spacious interior, very comfortable too. So these materials are extremely high quality. The seats are super soft, very comfortable. You come down over here, you do have an additional USB port with a USB-C. You got your vents too. Nice that they gave you vents. And so here you go. So for the center console or little armrest over here, you do have a string to pull. I know you can easily rip this off if you're not careful, but just be careful. Pull this down, and you got your armrest with 2 cup holders as well. So pretty soft armrest, nothing to complain about overall, but I like that they gave you the string. You also have map pockets over here behind both seats, but that's about it for the back seat, guys. Let's check out the trunk space real quick and take the car out for a quick little test drive and see how it overall performs. Okay, so as mentioned before, this vehicle does have a smart trunk. Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay, but it does work. Functional smart trunk. And here you have your overall cargo capacity. So pretty solid cargo capacity. It doesn't really come in very deep, of course, but this piece does come up. So let's pick it up real quick and check it out. So you're gonna have your spare tire over here. You are gonna have a little bit of space to throw some extra stuff if you need to. But there you have it. The seats do fall down 60-40 split. So if you buy a TV, you'll have plenty of space fitted in this vehicle. But just take one last step back so you guys can just see the overall space. But that's about it. So to close the trunk, you simply press the button. So let's step back and get one last look on this 2021 Buick Envision Essence. All right, guys, so now we've just about seen everything there is to see on the inside and outside on this 2021 Buick Envision Essence. Let's just take it out for a quick little test drive and see how it performs. So this steering, it's unbelievably light in regular mode. So we'll put it into sport mode right now real quick, see if it stiffens up. And no, it does. It definitely stiffens up a little bit in sport mode, but you don't really have any more feel. The feel stays about the same, but the weight overall does improve. But the ride quality, so the gas pedal is pretty impressively sensitive too. So it's always good to have a sensitive gas pedal, especially for vehicles that are relatively underpowered. And the reason for that is, of course, since you don't have as much power, it is nice to still have very good response in your vehicle. But anyway, let's just step onto this little road right here. Once we get the chance. These brakes too, these brakes are extremely tight. It takes very little brake pedal to get this vehicle stopped. But let's just see this real quick. Ooh, it does pick up very quickly, so very sensitive gas pedal like I mentioned. Very soft ride quality, very quiet too. So as we also mentioned, this vehicle does have active noise canceling. So with the active noise canceling, you're not gonna really hear the road at all. Let's check out this turning radius real quick. So the turning radius isn't going to be anything too impressive, but it's a good turning radius. I wouldn't complain about it too much. But that's about it, guys. I'm not going to go too in depth on this test drive. I just want to give you guys an overall feel or an idea of this vehicle's initial feel. So the throttle response is very sensitive. It's going to pick up very well. 0 to 60s are going to be below 7 seconds. The steering is extremely light, and in sport mode, as we're in right now, it does stiffen up quite a bit. So this is a good steering weight. I'd probably keep it in normal mode though, because you wouldn't really want this vehicle to drive very sporty. But all in all, pretty impressed with this vehicle. The materials are extremely high quality. The drive experience is very luxurious. These seats are extremely soft and comfortable. This backup camera has a very good resolution, and the mirrors do come down when you're reversing, which allows you to see your wheels much easier. But all in all, guys, super impressed with this vehicle. But that's about it, guys. Huge thanks to Central Buick and GMC for making this review possible. Great group of guys. They treated me very kindly. I have no complaints. If you're in the Florida area, I would definitely check these guys out if you're looking for a new car. I know a lot of dealers right now are having inventory shortages because of the chip shortages, but that's not the case with these guys at all. They have very impressive inventory. They have over 100 vehicles on their inventory lot. So if you're in the Florida area, definitely check them out. They're very kind, very knowledgeable, and they're ready to make deals. So definitely check them out. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you like, what you don't like. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I have endless gratitude for you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. But that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you have a great day.